Everyone in the press ready? Great. All right, well, we're here today with the Regulate Rhode Island Coalition to announce the broad and majority support that we have across the state for regulating marijuana like alcohol. From Narragansett to Cumberland, we've seen widespread support in a recent poll that was conducted by Public Policy Polling, showing 57% statewide support, as well as majority support in 6 other localities across the state. And we're also joined today by several of our coalition partners and new members that are supporting in their organization, supporting the mission of replacing marijuana prohibition with a policy to regulate and tax marijuana like alcohol. So I'd like to quickly recognize some of the folks in attendance with us here today. Reverend Gene Duslevsky is here, joined by Reverend Al Sharp from Clergy for a New Drug Policy, which recently joined our coalition. We've got Jordan Seabury from the Univocal Legislative Minority Advisory Commission. We're going to be hearing him speak in just a second. Andrew Horwitz, who's an assistant dean at Roger Williams Law School and a member of the executive committee of the Rhode Island Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. David Fastison is from the Rhode Island Progressive Democrats of America. We've got a representative from the Rhode Island Green Party as well, Greg, and Rebecca Nieves McGoldrick from Protect Families First, as well as board member of Protect Families First, Michelle McKenzie. Steve Brown and Hillary Davis from the Rhode Island ACLU, thank you for being here. We've got a representative from the Rhode Island NAACP. And finally, John Amable is a former Assistant Attorney General from Massachusetts who's a member of Law Enforcement Against Prohibition. And we've gathered here today to show that there's broad support from different interest groups for replacing marijuana prohibition with a system to regulate and tax marijuana, and to announce the broad support that we have today. And essentially our message is this. Legislators across the state should feel comfortable supporting this sensible policy because it has widespread and broad support from across the state. We've waited and seen long enough to know that marijuana prohibition is the worst possible policy, and it's been a total failure. A solid majority of Rhode Islanders now support replacing prohibition, ending this failed policy that we've suffered with for decades, and replacing it with a more sensible system of regulations and controls. And we're here today to emphasize that point and to show legislators that there's no longer a taboo around supporting marijuana policy reform, that it has broad support across the state, and we're happy to take any questions about the polling, about the coalition members at this time.